Assalamualaikum. First and foremost, thank you, Jasmine, for this opportunity. Normally, when you speak, Jasmine is not around, so it's like, not so much pressure. But I'll do my best, and the topic I'm going to share here is organizing a home launch. For those, I'm going to be very fast. For those who are very new, who are here for the first time, you may want to ask, what is a home launch? Some home meeting, some people call it launch party, whatever, but it's the same. So what is a home launch? For me, the home launch is actually the best way to actually build this business fast. And if you have the owner's manual, from page 18 onwards talks a lot about home meetings. So that shows the importance of having home meeting. And like what Lynn said, everyone builds this for your own reason, and we all know that the faster you build this, the faster you get to whatever you want, the faster you get to your goal. And that depends on what, like Tony Henderson said, how fast can you move the idea? Right? If you spend 1 hour to one person, meaning one presentation to one person, you are effective. But what if you can have one presentation to 30 people at the same time? Wouldn't that be effective? And what if you're someone new and you're not very sure on how to share the idea, you leverage on your core upline to help you share the idea? Wouldn't that be more effective? So what is a home meeting? In essence, my thing as an IT consultant is this. If you look at IT companies, Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, whatever, whenever they have a new product, what do? They have a product launch. So what does that mean? That means having a launch is one of the most effective ways to give you momentum. Right? And this strategy of launching products via functions is adopted by huge mega corporations. So why not you? Alright? So that's a home meeting. And why, again, is the best way to show the plan, especially for any IPOs. Faster duplication. Because if the people that you bring into your organization, the first time they see the idea is through home meeting, guess what they're going to duplicate? Home meetings. And that's how your business grows so fast. Alright? So you want this fast or you want this slow? Fast. So, and what I like as well, because if you're someone new, you can have results while learning, and the best way is actually to leverage. The word is to leverage, and leverage on your team's experience, on their expertise. Because all you have to do is just leverage. Is that simple or what? Alright? So now, again, you are here to have impressive results. Just to start from the basic beginning, we all have our reasons of building this business, and we want to operate a business for the B quadrant. That is what's going to finance our dream. And we have a system that we follow. And because of that, part one of the system, in order to have a home launch, is the preparation part. If you want to have a home launch, you need to prepare, because if you're unprepared, it's going to be lousy. And if you're unprepared, your results will show. Alright, if you want great results, number one, the first thing you need to do is set the date and set the time. Be very diligent about this, because a lot of people I see in my group, they say they want to do home meeting. When? I don't know. I don't know means no home meeting. So if you want a home launch, you just want to set the date. Be very clear. And also be very smart about the timing as well. It's like, if you're a Christian, do you want to do a launch meeting on Christmas Day? It doesn't make sense. Or if you're a Muslim, do you, and let's say you live in Terengganu where Friday is a holiday, you want to do a launch meeting during Friday prayers? No. So be very smart on the timing. So this, you need to check if you're applying, what is the best timing? But just indicate to them that you want to do a launch meeting, they'll just help you. But number one, set the time, set the date. Number two, you need to invite. No point of having a home meeting, because what is the most important ingredient of a home meeting? People. You need people to fill up your room. You need people to fill up your house. So how do you get people to be in your house for this launch meeting? Is by inviting them. And in order to invite, you need a list. And just now, we saw several methods of how to create that list and how to do that invitation. So check out on what's the best way. But in consideration, when you want to invite people to your house, you want to check your list again. Who do you invite? For me, ideally, I would say it's people who normally goes to your house. You don't want to invite strangers to your house, right? You want people who know you on a personal level. These are the ideal candidate for a home launch. all right? Your uncles, your aunties, your cousins, your brother, your sister, but your close friends, your neighbors, get these people to come to your launch house because they know where your house is, all right? And when to invite, because you know these people, you should know when is the best time to invite them. How to invite was covered just now, the list. Also, of course, if you do plan to, let's say, invite people from your office to your house, and they don't really know where you live, all right? But you're close. So you need to provide them the address, and ideally the map. Now we have Waze, we have Google Maps, we have so many different types of technology. So you want to leverage on this. Like in my case, what I do is when I invite people to my house, I actually tag my house on Google Map, and I just send it to your email. So then people can just, people have smartphones, it's so easy. You don't want people to get lost when you go to your house, right? So, okay, now, when you invite people to your house, you want to fill your house up. And statistically, this is what it means. When you have that list, all right, and you start inviting people, statistically, 90 people that you call, 30 is going to say yes. Yes, I will come. But on the day itself, 10 shows up. Now, I'm pretty sure, even myself included, we have home meetings whereby no one shows up. Guess how many people said yes? Guess how many calls you made? The numbers did not match. So if you want 10, trust me, you need to at least make 90 calls. All right, just ask them. And some people that I know in my group, to fill up this 90 people, they actually knock on doors of the other apartments around them. When you live in an apartment block, that's the best part. But the idea is invite 90 people, 30 will say yes, 10 will come. All right? And 10 is a good number, but Justin's turn, 100 people came. And he became a silver producer in what, 3 days? Don't you want to be a silver producer in 3 days? That's 4,000 ringgit in 3 days. Can you do that in your job? Not really. Alright, so now, again, just to recap, in order to invite, set the date and time, have the list ready, then you invite. Alright? Now, this is the tip. When you invite, it helps to have a positive attitude. And also it helps to be excited. If you're going to invite people to your house, do you think people is going to come to your house? Hello, can you come to my house? They think it's going to be a funeral there. So if you want to have a launch, it's a launch. You know, it's like a rocket launch. A launch should be exciting. You shouldn't start you inviting to visit someone dying. I think you get the picture, right? Okay, so part 2, when you are about to have that launch meeting, what do you do before the launch? Number 1, time and again I've seen in my group sometimes, they have a lot of people saying yes, but in the end, only 1 or 2 people show up. It's not on the fault of the prospects, but rather reminders were not sent to them. Now these are people, and when you invite people to your house, they may not take it so seriously, and maybe it's like you invite them 1 week ago, time passes by, things happen, and it sort of got off their mind. So you need to remind them, maybe 3 days before your home meeting, 1 day before your meeting, and on the day itself. If you are going to do your launch meeting in, let's say, 3 in the evening, in the morning, remind them. SMS first, if they don't respond, then give them a call. Then that's how you know how many people is going to come. And guess what? When you remind, people actually say, oh yeah, I forgot. That's how you make sure the people that you invited who say yes will come. That's how you increase your chances of having the people inside. So reminder is very important. And when you call them, the one thing that you want to remind is for them to be on time. Because there are some people like myself, I live in my parents, I live in my mom's house. So if I want to do home meeting, I need to get my mom outside of the house. Because she doesn't like strangers coming to the house. My friends are strangers to her. So what I do sometimes is I bribe my sister to take my mom shopping or watching a movie, just clear the house for 2 or 3 hours. The same strategy goes if you have children, the same strategy goes if your wife is not building the business or your husband is not building the business. You just want the house to yourself because then you are in more control. You have more control. Alright? So key point, be on time, many strategies to do that. But a reminder is very important. Now, also, when you have a home launch, the secret is that you want people to pay attention to the presentation, right? You've done all the hard work, you've done the list, you've invited the people, and they actually are in your living room right now. if they don't pay attention, what's the point? So you want them to pay attention. And in order to do that, you have to reduce these distractions. All right? And what are distractions? Number one, of course, you're inviting people to your house. You want a sort of a clean house, right? You don't want a messy house. If you have pets, no pets. Babies, I mean, get them away just for 2 hours. Small kids, as cute as adorable they are not. They are a distraction. All right. So get them away, and then also be very diligent about this. Clear your house of any brand X products. Clear your house of any brand X products. Imagine you're going to explain. Somebody's going to explain about the business, and let's say they come early. They go to your restroom. You need to take a leak. Sabun, Dettol. What else? Colgate. And then you talk about Amway. It's like, where's your integrity? Where's your belief? So you want to have all the brand X removed, put them in a box, donate them to someone. They're not going to finance your dream. All right? Okay, what else? TV. Major distraction. Turn it off. All right? If people do come early, before your time, if you really don't have anything, you can't entertain them, my advice is put VCDs on that relates to the business. What I do normally is I put the Pablo and Bruno VCD on, or there's another one, Time and Money by Max Homburg. Just put a DVD on. Get them to at least, it's like pre-warming them into the session already. So if they come early, anything else? No, turn it off. Even music, just turn it off. But also, if you have landlines at your house, just unplug the phone. Because you can't really silence the landline. Right? It's going to ring, it's going to distract. So just plug it off. Just for the sake of 2 hours, I don't think it's going to be anything dangerous happening. And of course, mobiles, just silence it. Now, again, like what I said before, if people come too early, you start on time anyway, you get them to wait, you want to start on time, put something on. But what if people come late? Now, what I noticed is this: people come late for one reason. Reminders were not sent to them. If you send a reminder to them, they will tell you that they can make it. If they can't make it, you can straight away reschedule. So the point is, people coming late can be avoided if you actually do a very proper reminder to them. So it's not a problem, but it is a problem when it's our fault. It's our fault. We can control this part of people coming on time or late. All right, what else? Now the next part is when you actually do the presentation. Now actually all this information is actually in this book already, inside the starter kit. I'm just laying it out based on experience on how I feel what's going to make your home launch be effective. Now, before the presentation, edification. Listen to edification CD, but understand that edification is your secret weapon. And I remember Justin Stern said that if Jim Donnan was to come to your house and show the business plan, how would you edify Jim Donnan? To your prospects, to your uncles, to your aunties. You know who Jim Donnan is, right? He's going to show the plan for you. How do you think your business is going to grow? Powerful. But just one thing, does your prospect know who Jim Donnan is? They don't. No one outside of this room knows who Jim Donnan is. All right? So the point is, it doesn't matter who helps you to show the plan. You need to edify them, and you need to edify them like crazy, so that these people just want to listen to the person who's presenting, who's helping you. And there are other things that you can do as well to just up the notch a bit. If you live in a landed property, have a parking spot ready for your presenter or your core upline, so that they don't have to walk that far away. And it's a reserved parking. It shows that you respect these people, and your guest is also going to respect your presenter or your upline as well. Also, this is something that you want to check: whiteboard location. Because when we present in a home, we normally use a whiteboard. So I've seen people put the whiteboard so far away from the prospect, it's like they have to squint. You don't want to do that. You want it to be as close as possible. Check if your car upline, they will know the location of the whiteboard. But what that means as well is you need to have your own whiteboard. That's also very important. Stop borrowing, start having your own whiteboard. Seating arrangements. Now, if you have your own sofa, it's too heavy to move, don't move it. But the idea is, if you're going to have 30 people, chances are most living rooms do not have enough seats for 30 people, so you have to take out the extra chairs. Do not get the extra chairs out. Only take them out as the people come in. Are you clear on that one so far? So because some people I've seen, when they do the whole meeting, the chairs are already there. The extra chairs, like 10 seats, 20 seats, and people don't come. It looks bad, right, when there's empty seats there. So you just want to, when one person comes, okay, one extra chair, two extra chairs. So have them ready, but only put them out when the people come. Okay, you want to start on time. When you start, number one, you need to ask, if you're the host, chances are you're going to be invited. You're going to introduce your client or your presenter. Number one, ask all cell phones to be turned off. Number two, introduce your presenter. Check with your upline how you want them to be introduced. Okay, this is very important. And when you introduce your upline, introduce them excitedly. Not sadly, not normal tone, excitedly. Because this is for your business. It's your launch, alright? And simple things, when your upline is writing on the whiteboard and they need to rub it off, don't let your upline rub it off, you rub it off. It's not the time to take notes. If they need help, you help. And even like when you have a launch meeting, when there's drinks, people are waiting, no, do not offer drinks to your guests, let them be thirsty, your upline cannot be thirsty. So offer the drinks to your upline first. Okay, what else? At the end, so the presentation goes on, and then when you end, you want to thank the presenter. You're the MC, and after the moment you end the presentation, the next session should be the product demos. Why? Because we are linked to MOA, and they know somehow or other we are somehow using MOA as our vehicle, and because of that, you need to show people how the product works, and because of that, if you're the host, it's your home, you need to make that product demo from your own products. Do not do product demos by borrowing your upline's products. It doesn't make sense. Because guess what? When your downline do the whole meeting, they will borrow from you. Okay, so have your own products. This is about ownership. And if you are doing the demos yourself, rehearse. Know your lines, rehearse, have some rehearsal. Okay, practice it first. Okay, at the end of the presentation, makan. Okay, after you finish the presentation, obviously we are Malaysians, we like food, so we have some makan. Now, one tip, you shouldn't do that. That is not the makan we're talking about. Alright? Because I've seen so many home meetings whereby there's satay, kway teow, laksa, you name it, and only one person showed up. Or 0% show up, or a lot of people show up. But the point is, even if you're the best cook in the world and you like people coming to your house and you like to entertain them by giving them your food, that's not what the launch meeting is all about. The launch meeting is about launching your business. It's not about entertaining your guests to your food. If you're a good cook, keep that aside. I know you're a good cook. Keep that aside, focus on the business, and when it's makan time, what you want to do is just no outside food or drinks allowed. Okay. But you just want to serve them refreshments from the business. We do have cakes, we do have cookies, we do have noodles, there's a lot of things that we have. Use this. Alright? Okay. And again, lastly, the time to makan refreshment is actually closing time. Just like after business preview, this is a time when you want to close on your prospects, bring them to your upline. But the idea is just like anywhere, even after one-on-one, when you close, you want to be prepared. And you want to have the function tickets ready, you want to have the brochures ready, you want to have the application forms ready, the CDs ready. Because that makan time is a time for you to close, not just makan. Alright? Lastly, okay, just as a wrap up, preparation, you need to have the list, you need to invite.
Can you go back one slide, please? I'm sorry, very slowly.
This one?
Right, thanks.
Right, so for this one, is just for closing, just make sure you're prepared. Alright, it's just like a business review, bring your prospect to your upline. Okay, as a wrap up for this particular part, preparation, have the list, invite before the home meeting, send out reminders, call people or send them SMSs, eliminate all the distractions, no pets, no children, no, etc. During the home meeting, edify your upline, introduce him, no foods and drinks, no telephones. At the end, product demo, makan-makan, refreshments, but it's actually for closing, and have the tickets, apps, CDs ready. Alright? Lastly, when you have, if you want to have more information about home meeting, there are certain things that can help you increase your knowledge about this. Number one, the best reference material is actually your core upline. Alright, because it's helping you. Number two, have the starter kit. There's a lot of information on how to do home meeting in the starter kit. Number three, there are several CDs that I like that will help you. There's this one, How to Have a Perfect Home Meeting by Bob Andrews. Number two, there's Home Previews Made Easy by Janos Demeter and David Donan. I actually have it. Okay. This one. The third one is Master the Basics, Home Meeting. And then for this another one, it's not a standard, it's actually called the CEP on March 2 last year. Launch Meeting Strategy by Mitch and Tamsin Salah. So this one, you may want to borrow it from your core uplines if they have it still. Lastly, you can do this, and because it's so simple, all those technicalities sums up into these two things only if you're very new. There's two things within your control to make it successful. Number one, you need to set the date for your home meeting. Number two, you control the number of people you invite into your house. The rest, the team will help. Okay? So that's it. Done.